happening, HC Nation? Hey, Zach Edwards here with another Tutorial Tuesday. This time we're going to talk about lands being in limbo. What this is basically, if my opponent attacks my land and say they only have one character attacking, one card, well, because say they defeated my character, my card would have to go to the discard. If they don't have anyone in the attacking land to defend this land, then they can't exactly claim it because there's no one in that land. And if there's no one in the land because I ran out of people and all my people went to the discard, and they don't have any people because somebody has to watch over the land that they attacked from, then all of a sudden this country is unclaimed. There's no one living in it. It's like if an explorer came in and found the land and then said, oh, I've got to go back to England, and then took off. Well, you know what? So what that he found the land? He doesn't have it anymore. It's gone. It's now anyone's territory. So by that land being in limbo, depending on how you want to play it, it could actually stay in your land and anybody can walk in and take it, or you can fill it up the next turn. Or there are some that we've played where we actually go to the middle of the map and any land that's in limbo stays out there until somebody with an explorer, say this one didn't go to the discard, he was over here, someone with an explorer transports itself onto that land. Now, if they transport themselves onto the land, that land then becomes theirs. Now, that's if the explorer is in from a different continent. Now, say if this explorer was actually, or sorry, if my land, let's bring this back up. If my land was actually the same as the land that's in limbo, then just like in the regular rules, cards can transport themselves to another land in the same continent once per turn. They don't need an explorer. The explorer only helps, gives an extra help if it's from a different continent. But say they're in the same land, I can walk into that land and basically take it with me. Oh look, I got another land. But if it's in a different continent, then I need an explorer, or I need another card that helps transport one of my cards to another land or another continent. So the reason why this is important, if a country's in limbo, is nobody has claim on it. So it could be said that it's actually exchanged hands because it's been released from your hands. It's no longer your land card, which is also very valuable to know in case if you play by tournament rules and you go by a certain time period, say you go for 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden you're supposed to count up all the lands that you own. Well, the problem is, because it's in limbo, because there's no one defending that land, it's not yours, and you cannot claim it for the extra 300 morale points at the end of the game to see if you won. So always make sure you have somebody in that land. And the way I always explain it is make sure that you have at least 3 people in that land. Because if somebody attacks you, yeah, they might attack once and I have to discard somebody. They might attack a second time and I have to discard someone. But because they can only attack twice per turn, I still keep one person in that land, which means that land stays out of limbo and out of their hands for at least one more turn. And I have one more turn to increase and put more people in that land. Now, if I'm playing with 3 or 4 players, this gets really fun because somebody can attack me, remove 2 of my people, and even though I had 3 people here, as it's going around the table, the next person then gets a chance to attack again, whittling me down, taking that last person out, and then the third person gets my land. So we always want to have as many people as possible in that land. Even if you've already used up its ability, then we want to keep them in that land in order to keep that land active. Or having as many people in here so that if somebody attacks, I won't lose after those 2 attacks. And then if I have another person attack me after that, then hopefully I won't lose all my people and I'll be able to keep that land. Both keep it out of limbo, but also keep it from my opponents having it. Now, there's been a big discussion. You might want to go back and see some of the discussions on Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes is a outlaw. I think it was an outlaw card that's in the Mount Vesuvius deck. You got to check him out. He's got some great abilities. And in one of our next Stump the Creators or Tutorial Tuesdays or whatever Wednesdays, one of these days, I'm going to explain to you a certain concept and a certain strategy that's used great with him and could almost make you win the game. Not right away. It's not a sure thing, really fast win, but it's eventually you might actually win because of that one combination set of cards. If you look in the comments, you'll actually see somebody mentions it just once. And so I will actually explain it and bring up more information about it as soon as possible. But tomorrow I can't, because tomorrow I'm going to explain what we're doing with Totally Medieval, including some of the figurines that we've printed. So I don't know if you can see these, but this is one of the figurines that I've actually printed for Totally Medieval. Now we are perfecting the prints. These are prototype prints just to make sure that they're printing right and they look good. Their sizes are great for the game. So this is one of the other figures for Totally Medieval. This is one of the Knights Templar. And you can see he has extra supports, and I'll explain that tomorrow in the video. So check us out with our Whatever Wednesday and see what's happening with Totally Medieval and why it's going to be such a great game to play. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.